messed up. Okay, this is part two. Y'all do apologize. So what I was saying is that you don't understand, like what Toker said. I'm glad Toker, who's Chicano, got arrested, so he died, got killed in Mexico. From Brown Side, he was one of the Easy E artists. She would tell, we don't let Mexicans say the N word. And you do go out, guess where you'll meet that wrong black motherfucker whoop you at. And I'm glad that Toker said that. But see, like I say, and let me say about Fat Joe. Yeah, I saw that interview with Let the Gun Play. And he's not even Mexican. He's Guatemalan. Like, Fat Joe, stop. That dude is not Mexican. He's Guatemalan. God, dog. His mama Guatemalan, and my daddy was a white man from Alabama, Mississippi, one of them southern states. Okay, so he's mixed. Okay, you said so. He's saying that he trying to say that Kid Frost said he didn't believe in black and brown unity. That's not true. Cause we know Kid Frost was signed by Easy E, and that's how this for the Rosses came in, and he the one exposed how Easy E was killed, and it wasn't Suge Knight, it was Jerry Heller, that set him up. So Fat Joe, shut the fuck up. I know 19 who 19 he's talking about. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm gonna give you a hint. They say he's the big goodest. It's not Lil Rob. It's not Lil Rob. I'm not gonna say the Chicano rapper's name, but I give you a hint. It's funny that he way before City Blue, who's Salvadorian, said he would work with African people. It was, and he mentioned Diddy. I can see why he didn't want to make with Diddy because Diddy was violated. Okay, okay, you know what I'm saying. He did have sex with some Latino rappers and reggaeton and all. Okay, I'm not gonna say names. We looking at suspicion. Did the butt breaking? Okay, did it thing in the cooler? Okay, but no, not I'm talking about some other. No, it wasn't him. I ain't trying to be Wendy Williams, but I have a feeling who are the Latino artists. Um, I'll give you hint. I'm looking at the reggaeton artist who was trying to sign a bad boy Latino. And you remember Chingo Bling? And I met Chingo Bling 10 years ago. Him and his wife and his daughter said that Diddy came to him and he was like, "Nah, I don't want the invitation." He glad, yeah. Jingle ain't gonna take it. No, he ain't gonna let that thing go get between his culo. He don't swing that way. He don't swing. But I'm not. I listen to their music. Okay, who reggaeton male artists. I'm not gonna say names. I'm not gonna say names. I have a feeling who was butt broken by Diddy for Bad Boy Latino. That's why Sweetie Blue said he didn't want to sign. Now he shouldn't mention race, but I feel City Blue for not one. No people know. No people didn't know. He didn't get fucked in the ass. Don't you do that, Edward James almost on me. Okay, we know by America. Don't do that with me. But I said reggaeton. It said Chicano rap. And I have a feeling who it is, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Who was the one allegedly being butt broken by Diddy for Bad Boy Latino records? Okay, and probably Clyde Davis too. Nah, it's a male reggaeton. I don't think they're Mexican. They probably some Rican, Cuban, Dominican. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I ain't trying to be Edward James almost American me up here. And no offense, but and that was disrespectful. I'm not with that racist Latino gang, but you don't make facades like that, bro. Hey, it's sad that a bunch of people end up dead behind that murder, that movie. I get you trying to tell a story, but that didn't happen. That didn't happen. Don't be slandering somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? I always admire Edward James almost as a Chicano actor, excuse me. But he did play movie Selena good, and play Abraham's character. However, what he did to them folks, even though that they're anti-black, talking about the Miami, that was wrong. Wrong. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't make, and you don't do that. You don't do that. But by the Diddy part, I'm not with City Blue being racist, but I get it. We heard about McMill's situation, okay? I have a feeling, and the artists that had to be Latino, who it was with Diddy, and when Diddy party, and got butt broken. And most likely they were not Mexican. They're like Rican or something. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. I listen to their music, and I don't want to, discredit them. But I have a feeling who it is, who's popping back in the 2000s in reggaeton and big bad boy Latino record exec Diddy was trying to holler at them, and I'm glad that Chingo Bling said hell to the motherfucker no. Okay, Chingo Bling said I'm not getting my ass greased up for your ass. Hell nah, dude. Nah, I don't swing that way. No, I'm here to do music, not to get butt broken to do music. Okay, and I ain't sleep with Clyde Davis and fuck Clyde Davis. I know he died. Okay, but I don't like his ass either. I don't like Clyde Davis. But let's get to the subject. Okay, y'all ain't gonna laugh, but no, I have a feeling who the Latino artist was. I'm not saying names. I'm not saying names. No, I'm keeping my Boca Grande closed, okay? Mi Grande es rara, okay? Nah, 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 nah. I ain't saying nothing. No, 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 nobody saying nada. Nobody say nada. Nobody say nada. Because I'm not saying nothing. Hell no. Hell no. But I have a feeling who it is, who they are, okay? And no, I don't think they're Chicano rap, whether it be in Texas or California. I think they're more on the East Coast or someone from Florida. I ain't saying names. I ain't saying no damn names. No nombres. Okay? No nombres way. Okay? Let's get to the subject, okay? Okay, y'all rabbit hole research who possibly the people that was butt broken by Diddy. Allegedly. Could be. Besides them going to Diddy parties, okay? If they had any connection with Bad Boy, and I'm looking at the reggaeton. There are Mexicans in reggaeton, but they're not recognizable. It's more the Ricans, Cubans, Colombians. You know what I'm saying? It'd be nice to have some Mexican reggaeton artists. Of course, you have female, what's her name? Becky G. She's Chicana from, Inglewood, California. But, I met some Mexican reggaeton rappers here. Um, but no. So no, and no, they don't know okay, but they don't know slander. Don't just slander their asses. They ain't no did it. Okay. And I'm not cussing. Thank the Lord. It had nothing to do with it. That thank the Lord. No, 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 no. Okay. I wish the dude was not racist, but that was cool that you said no Diddy. Okay, hell to no. Hell no. Okay. Okay. But going back to Fat Joe, well, he been Diddy play, but he wasn't under Diddy's label. He went on Diddy's label. Yeah, okay. But speaking of Fat Joe, you saying that a Chicano rapper? No, the Chicano rapper I believe that Fat Joe is talking about that was being anti-black when he bought in New York. I'm not saying names, but they involved themselves in Santeria. They do have a good rapping skill. It's just sadly they're anti-black, and I would never do it. That's like they said, would not do a label with African people. I won't do a label with him either. Okay, it's a him. Um, but I think if they went to New York and met Fat Joe, it wasn't Kid Frost. Kid Frost have always been for black and brown unity, especially his friendship with Easy E. And you know what I'm saying? So I wish some people stop lying saying that it's Kid Frost. No, it's not. It's not Kid Frost. Frost has nothing to do with that. Yes, he was cool with Fat Joe, but it has nothing to do. It's no, it's not Saw Part Mexican. He's from Texas. It's another Chicano rapper who does have a good flow. I don't like to give racists like him credit, but he does not sound like the race. He does not sound the rest of the Chicano rappers you may hear. And I'm just gonna give you a hint. It's weird because Santander has African elements into it. He's into he does that dark magic. He's into that. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And you do the rabbit hole on it. And I ain't mention names. I know who 910 is. I know who it is. who was being anti-black in 19 Fat Joe met, okay? Who are Mexican, okay? And it's not Kid Frost, it's somebody who does have a rapping skill, but they anti-black and they practice African, Afro-Latino religion. You know, both Santa Huete, which is Mexican, came from the Aztec, one of the indigenous religions for pre-Christianity in Mexico, and they practice Santeria. Okay, they admit it. I'm gonna just keep it. That's all I know. 9, 10 who it is. I'm not trying to be rude, but that's my speculation. That's how to be safe. Okay, so let's get to the subject. Okay, but do you see the reason why I don't believe that Latinos should not use the N word, and that's the reason why the 445 should not use that word. Okay, um, you know, you shouldn't. Okay, um, to sit here and say you don't think it's racist to say the word nigga, like I said, what someone called you, because that word nigga was used in slavery and Jim Crow, and us African people should not use it, but I don't use it for a term of enduring. If I don't call myself a nigga. Where I come from, that word is not used for term enduring. It was used when my grandparents was in Jim Crow, and my dad was too. That was used to oppress people of African American descent. So we shouldn't use that word. You know, I was against it on my early videos, but when I hit the streets, y'all, and I saw a bunch of fake ass brothers who had started some shit with me, and I did unto them. But it was on a cushion night, and I slept in the white folks area when I was on the street. I didn't sleep in the downtown midtown. I slept in a wealthy area. It was mixed, but mostly white, wealthy people. And to be safe, because the cops were around just in case. You know, they was, and the cops didn't play with either because they knew I was going to tell the FBI, the Department of Justice on their ass, the official pressure was on, on me. So, yeah, you got your rights. But that I was safer there. You know what I'm saying? Because it was nice. People walk their dogs, they lay at night. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not going to say midtown because there's some fake ass brothers and sisters who'll backstab you and think there ain't nothing wrong with that. But they don't talk about a white man or someone else doing it, they get on my nerves, okay? So, that's why, okay? And that's why I take it personal with the N word because it allowed me, like I said, I ain't even say anything offensive to this man. I wasn't trying to be little Alex. That's not, I'm gonna say his bitch ass name. Fuck that. Bendejo puto. Um, I mean, I had dreams, aspiration, and it was a part time, temporary job. I was trying to make sure it turned to temp to perm, so I can go ahead and work there full time. And if I was gonna live on a property, because private manager can live on a property, and it was Southwest Side at the time. Southwest Side was safer. Okay, it wasn't bad, but the nice areas out there, Ashford, you know what I'm saying? They had nice condominiums. And then, because if I get a car, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can go, to the club at night. Because I was trying to get an apartment job and live on a property to get with him. That's what I was a job for. Trying to get away from my time. So that's why I take it for the dude called me a nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's 2007. Like everybody, 2001, excuse me, 2001. Everybody, like, if you saw everybody thought he was Mexican. But he was Panamanian. And like, I didn't give a damn about this call me. Hell, don't ever call me a word. And I wasn't even trying to be racially offensive or anything. It was not in my heart. I was just letting him know this stuff need to be clean because they was telling me certain things need to be clean at the place. You know what I'm saying? So since he been a maintenance manager, and when I first got there that Wednesday, because I worked Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days, and I was glad getting paid $10 an hour. Oh, I was so happy getting paid $10, man. Shoot, and I went to work. Like I was begging him, begging the people at the private management to let me work full time because I was trying to make that big time money to get out of there, give me a nice place. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a car, gave me all that. You know what I'm saying? And then if I had time to go to school, I had a lot of inspirations there. I mean, the early 2000s was while Beyonce was out there having a good time. Her and Kelly Michelle, I know they was going to issues too. I was trying to get mine. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to get back into music. When I get the money, 'cause it takes money to do all that. You know what I'm saying? But it really gets to me because Carl the white guy did me dirty and thought I tried to initiate. No, I wasn't trying to get nobody on that dude. It's this dude, light skinned dude. My name is Red. Do you know a girl named Bernadine? It's like, brother, look, I ain't trying to learn about no Bernadine. This dude called me N word like he want to do something to me. I let me go to the office because, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be safe. But I mean, shoes. Anyway, yeah. So that's why I'm glad it's not the video today was not gonna be about that, but I run my mouth and turns to that. There's other cases why I don't. The Latino should not use the N word. I'm just saying, but you gonna get your Veronica wake up. Vega wake up. Veronica Vega, when of course she's not Mexican. She's Cuban in this way. It doesn't matter. She cried the next episode. I'll forget. She showed it. Cried the next episode. I'm glad her bitch ass was crying. Puta. No, and on my other video, I talked about her. Pay me, nigga, don't bullshit me, and I like, really, So that's the reason why. So anyway, let me go. I gotta go sleep. I'm tired right now. Yeah. So, but that's I elaborate more about why I think this shit I use the N word. But y'all see I'm talking about like, but you can't call them. I don't want to call it by a W word, but still, it's a level of respect and conditioned folks who don't know themselves. You should know that from the back of your head. If a brother say, "Hey man, I'm not calling me a nigga," that brother has been conditioned to fail, conditioned to be oppressed, and he instead of going against it, he being complacent of his own oppression. You should know the difference between compared to someone who's smart, who say, "I'm calling myself a nigga. I have respect for myself." You know what I'm saying? So that's why, okay? That's why. I just want to say that. And when I come from, the word nigga was not used to be in a positive light. Okay, that's all I gotta say. I'm just tired right now. Anyway, bye y'all.